Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Today I want to talk about something whilst I do my skincare routine, just whilst I get ready. I haven't scripted this one out, so do bear with me. I need to talk about something that's just kind of annoying at this point, and this is about Tower 28's new sunscreen. If you've been on Beauty Talk or YouTube or even Instagram Reels lately, you've probably seen the drama. It's not really drama, but I guess it's like a drama. And it's not just about Tower 28's new sunscreen. This is part of a bigger issue that we keep seeing over and over and over with beauty brands. First of all, do you remember Youthforia and that whole foundation mess that happened last year, this year? I can't remember when it was. But what's happened is a similar thing to that. It's the same pattern, right? Brands claim to be inclusive, but their products say otherwise. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, sorry, I kind of rushed into it. Tower 28 recently dropped a new mineral sunscreen, a zinc-based sunscreen. You could already tell where this is going. One of the main selling points of this sunscreen was that it was invisible on all skin tones. That was a really big part of the campaign. And they even showed this on their TikTok. And the advertising follows the same kind of inclusive, clean, reef safe, sensitive skin friendly, etc, etc, etc. And at first the promo looked pretty good, to be honest with you. They had models of all skin colors, white and then one black model, swatching the sunscreen, making it look sheer on the skin, right? And a lot of people this is gonna be the launch of the century or whatever they were saying. No, the skincare launch of the year. People were really excited about it. There was some good buzz surrounding it. But then people actually started to use it. And surprise, surprise, on deeper skin tones, on black skin, it leaves a white, grey, ashy cast. Not a surprise. It was chalky, it was pasty, it was everything you would expect from a mineral sunscreen. How you expect a mineral sunscreen to look on black skin. And multiple black creators posted reviews about this product, most notably Esther, who is a cosmetic chemist, esthetician, and all-round science educator in my opinion. So she stitched a TikTok by a creator called Face of Tion, I believe it's pronounced, using the Tower 28 sunscreen. And like I said, unsurprisingly, it's ashy as fuck. It's a mineral sunscreen, not invisible as promoted. And Esther basically calls out their bullshit, the same old bullshit that these skincare brands do. All these creators were showing you exactly how sunscreen looks when you apply the recommended amount, the appropriate amount of sunscreen, the amount of sunscreen you should use in order for your sunscreen to be effective. Not a dab, not a tiny dot like the Tower 28 promos show, a full actual application. And it just did not blend in. It wasn't invisible at all, which makes you wonder, did they even test it on deeper skin tones and black skin? No, of course they fucking didn't. Or did they do the usual, apply a pea-sized amount, rub it in, take photos of it and call it a day and say it's for everyone? And as I touched on a second ago, this instantly reminded me of what happened with Youthforia's foundation launch, right? If you missed it, just to touch on it very, very briefly, they released a foundation line that was supposed to be inclusive, but the deeper shades were way off. Way off. Not just ashy undertones, not just orange undertones or grey undertones or whatever. They pretty much launched black face paint as the darker tone with zero undertone, just black. And when black creators called it out, the brand didn't really handle the feedback well at all. It was given a lot of we hear you, but it was also kind of dismissive at the same time. The first apology wasn't good and they had to redo their apology basically. It didn't feel like they were actually listening at all until it became a PR problem. And it's that same kind of thing here, right? The idea of inclusion is there for the marketing, but the execution just doesn't back that up at all. Sunscreen already, I'm speeding through this skincare routine. So why does this keep happening, right? Honestly, for a few reasons. First of all, obviously, these brands are not testing their products properly on black skin at all. If you're going to say your sunscreen works for all skin tones, it needs to be tested on Fitzpatrick 5 and 6 and properly, not just with a dot of product and then calling it a day, You need the proper recommended amount. It just goes to show you inclusivity isn't about just showing people in your campaigns. It's not just about using a black model or sending your products to black creators and hoping for the best. Inclusivity is throughout the whole brand, from the boardroom to the influencer. And I believe they have a black woman on their social media team. I may have gotten that wrong. Oh God, this lighting makes my skin look awful. Oh, it's a little bit red today. But I do not believe for a second that this product was ever tested on black skin. It can't have been. It can't have been. Also, the sunscreen is like, they say it's tinted, right? And that's usually the thing they do, right? It's mineral, but it's got a tint to it. And even those tints don't work for everyone. But this is like orangey, peachy. Like it's not even like a dark tint. So it still doesn't make it. In fact, if anything, it's going to make it even worse a color on deeper skin tones and black skin. Also, I touched on this in a video, but I also think the clean beauty movement plays a big role in this. I think it's made like zinc sunscreens the go-to safe choice. So many brands are scared to use chemical UV filters now, even though this particular sunscreen has boosters in, so it's essentially a hybrid sunscreen. But so many brands are scared to use these UV filters now because people associate them with being toxic or irritating, which is, as we know, fear-based marketing. So instead of using more advanced sheer hybrid sunscreens like you see in Korean or Japanese beauty, brands will opt for zinc because it sounds safer and it helps them sell their product better and it fits into this clean aesthetic. But as we know, zinc filters and black skin just do not go together. And instead of being honest about that or investing in better tech, they just fake it for the campaign, right? Dab a little bit on, make it look glowy, throw in a darker skin model and call it inclusive. It's like they're more interested in sounding clean and safe and conscious than actually making something that works for everyone. Again, that inclusivity for this brand, judging by this campaign, doesn't go beyond using a black model. If these brands actually, what am I looking for? I don't know. If these brands actually want to be inclusive, they need to start at the formulation stage, right? That means testing products on deeper skin tones and black skin, showing full application amounts, showing product in real lighting, and hire black professionals in the lab. Because there's no way there would have been a black cosmetic chemist making this, being like, yeah, great for all skin tones, great for black skin, sell it. In the lab, in the testing process, in the marketing, in the leadership, because when your whole team is made up of people who don't have melanin-rich skin, stuff like this is gonna keep happening. It's not enough to call yourself inclusive and do shit like this. Like, have they not learned from all the other brands who have fucked up doing this before? It's so weird. I find it so strange. Like, for me, if I was a brand founder, one of the first things I would think about is this properly inclusive? Like, is this gonna work on black skin if I was launching a sunscreen? Like, this is as bad as not coming out with a full shade range nowadays. Like, who does that nowadays? It's so strange. It's really weird. And we need to retire the whole clean equals better thing. Use what works. Zinc can be great if it's formulated properly. Like, there's many tinted sunscreens which a lot of people are loving and using from all across the shade range scale, right? But if it's not, then you're just making a product that only works for lighter skin. And obviously that's not inclusive. Now, Tower 28 did do an apology on Instagram and it kind of made things worse. It was your standard, we hear you, we're learning, we'll do better kind of post, which I'm sorry, it's not okay. It's not, like, that's bullshit. Like, how are you an inclusive brand, or how are you a modern skincare brand in 2025 and you think launching that sunscreen was okay? It's stupid. No offense, but you're thick as shit. If you think that launching that was okay, I cannot fathom the thought process. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is a kind of apology we've heard a million of times before, right? But also, the worst thing was that this post was white text on a light blue background. It was so hard to read. Like, you're apologizing for not being inclusive, and then the post isn't even accessible for people with visual impairments or neurodivergent readers. Like, I'm neither of the above. I don't think I can fucking read it. I couldn't read it at all. I had no idea what it said. It literally felt like a visual metaphor for the whole thing. Performative, thoughtless, and not made for everyone, right? I feel like there's so much more to say about this, and I'll link all the videos that you should watch below about people talking about this. I'm just kind of like doing my skincare routine. I feel like I have to talk about this in some way. So please, let's continue the conversation in the comments about this, because I'm just kind of ranting at the moment. Please go and watch Esther's content about it, because it's great to hear it from a chemistry point of view and from somebody who has had to deal with this shit over and over and over and over. But before I wrap up, we have to talk about one more sunscreen controversy, because it's apparently we've gone back in time when it comes to sunscreen. I don't know how we've reached this thing. What am I saying? I'm so annoyed. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So Primally Pure, a clean beauty brand from LA, known for using beef tallow, all that kind of shit. You can 100% guess like what the brand looks like, what the founder looks like. They launched a new sunscreen campaign with billboards, I think just in LA, declaring that the sun isn't poison, but your sunscreen is.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
And they proudly label their product as 100% 100% poison free. So they're selling a sunscreen by calling other sunscreens poison. That's a pretty bold move, and I'm pretty sure the advert breaks a few advertising rules here, but anyway, here's the thing. They featured a dermatologist in their campaign, Dr. Tio Selemani, I believe he was called. He has publicly distanced himself since that, saying that his statements were taken out of context. Because I think they have like a podcast or something, or just like an online video podcast where they talk to professionals to try and back up their clean beauty thoughts. So this dermatologist has said that his statements were taken way out of context and that he is not anti-sunscreen. He even asked the brand to remove his name and image from their socials. But also they've interviewed this lady, this one, she's a toxicologist who apparently has had her toxicology degree removed from her, taken away, allegedly, who has also posted a ton of bullshit about sunscreen safety and product safety in general, which of course, Dr. Michelle Wong, Lab Muffin, has debunked in detail. Please go watch Dr. Michelle's video only. I'll link that down below. And of course, the beauty community is not impressed by this advert whatsoever. Dermatologist, cosmetic chemist, and even just like skincare enthusiasts has called out this campaign for being fear-mongering and pushing misinformation, of course. I can't even say the name, Primally Pure, which Primal, you can tell what kind of brand this is. Their founder responded by saying that the campaign was meant to spark conversation and raise awareness about ingredients linked to hormone disruption. Again, all bullshit. This is such a huge, stupid, dangerous thing to do, considering you don't know what the fuck's going on, considering you are pushing bullshit behind the scenes. Your whole profile is pushing bullshit. But as we know, sunscreen is safe in the levels used in cosmetics, those SPF filters, whatever. The real risk is making people afraid of using sunscreen and encouraging sun exposure without proper protection with some kind of fucking beef tallow sunscreen, whatever the fuck it is. So they're selling a zinc sunscreen by calling all other sunscreens poison, misquoting a dermatologist, and using scare tactics to move product. It's just gross, typical clean beauty fear selling. That's all they're doing, and it's dangerous, and I hate it. It just proves again how some brands care more about fear-based buzzwords to shift their product, pretending they feel like they're wanting to make a difference and spark conversation and just keep you informed, than actually making something grounded in science and inclusivity, because it's not sellable nowadays. Anyway, I just need to rant about that. Let me know if you've seen all this stuff in the comments down below. I'll link all the relevant conversations in the comments down in the description, all the best videos about this stuff. I should have scripted this out a bit more so it's a bit more informative. I don't have time this week. I just wanted to chat about it so that I can then direct you to people who are more informed about it. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.